A tale of two militaries, personnel, and posturing. The year is 2024. The standoff between Israel and Iran continues to cast a long shadow over the Middle East. A simple comparison of their military strength reveals a stark asymmetry. Israel, with its technologically advanced armed forces, boasts 170,000 active personnel, bolstered by a formidable reserve force of 465,000. In contrast, Iran commands a more numerous force, with 610,000 active personnel and 350,000 in reserve. This numerical advantage, however, belies a crucial reality. Israel maintains a qualitative edge in military technology and training. Beyond sheer numbers, the strategic posture of each nation reveals a deeper disparity. Israel, with its robust economy and unwavering support from the United States, enjoys a position of relative security. Its military doctrine, honed by decades of conflict, emphasizes preemptive strikes and rapid, decisive action. Iran, on the other hand, faces a more precarious reality. Burdened by economic sanctions and international isolation, it relies on a strategy of asymmetric warfare, utilizing proxies and ballistic missiles to project power and deter potential adversaries. The winds of change, Israel's strategic ascendancy. Recent events in the region have further tilted the balance of power in Israel's favor. The fall of the Assad regime in Syria, a long-standing ally of Iran, has removed a significant obstacle to Israeli operations in the region. No longer constrained by the threat of Syrian air defenses, Israel enjoys greater freedom of action, allowing it to strike Iranian targets in Syria with relative impunity. This newfound freedom of action was on full display in October 2024, when Israel launched a series of devastating airstrikes against Iranian military installations in Syria. These strikes, which reportedly destroyed Iran's remaining S-300 air defense systems, left Iran's military infrastructure in Syria vulnerable and exposed the limitations of its air defense capabilities. The message was clear: Israel would not hesitate to act decisively to counter Iranian influence in the region. A nation laid bare. Iran's vulnerabilities exposed. The loss of its air defense systems in Syria has exposed a critical vulnerability in Iran's military posture. With its airspace now more susceptible to Israeli incursions, Iran finds itself in a precarious position. Efforts to replenish its air defenses with sophisticated Russian S-400 systems are underway, but it remains to be seen whether these systems will be sufficient to deter Israeli air power. Iran's vulnerabilities extend beyond its air defenses. Despite its vast arsenal of ballistic missiles, a key component of its asymmetric strategy, recent events have highlighted limitations in their accuracy and effectiveness. An attempted missile attack on Israel in October 2024, while demonstrating Iran's willingness to retaliate, was largely unsuccessful, with most of the missiles intercepted by Israel's multi-layered missile defense system. The nuclear sword of Damocles, a looming threat. Looming over this volatile situation is the specter of Iran's nuclear program. Despite years of sanctions and international pressure, Iran continues to enrich uranium, edging closer to the capability to produce nuclear weapons. The International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, has issued stark warnings, suggesting that Iran could possess enough fissile material for a nuclear bomb within months. The potential for Iran to acquire nuclear weapons has sent shockwaves through the international community, raising fears of a nuclear arms race in the Middle East. While Iran maintains that its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes, its continued defiance of international norms and lack of transparency have done little to assuage these concerns. The world watches with bated breath, hoping for a diplomatic solution to this crisis, but bracing for the potential consequences should diplomacy fail.